All right, all right, all right. Who's gonna be the first? Who's the first? Hey, about a swing. Anthony Gonzalez, what up? What up? How you doing, brother? Yeah, buddy. We're gonna be talking about a couple good things today. Today is gonna be a great day. Today, I normally don't get all dressed up like this because, yeah, yacker, what up? I normally don't get dressed up. I just got done. I was hanging out at City Hall. I was hanging out at the Civic Center doing a little bit of petitioning. But beyond that, I just made a video about the 790.25 Section 3 subsection H. And I wanted to add a few things because I kind of missed on a couple points. But we understand that under 790.053, 790.06 do not apply under 790.25 Section 3 as it states in the statute. We know that that doesn't apply. What I didn't touch on was the going to and from part of it. The to and from part is only to your, let's say, your starting point, going to, and going your fishing spot. You cannot just stop at Walmart. You can't stop at your bait and tackle store. You can't stop. There's no stopping open carrying anywhere. What you have to do is be going from your starting point to your fishing spot, and from your fishing spot back to your starting point. As much as I would love to be able to stop and go get bait and all that good stuff, that's not what the law provides. There are other parts of it that you want to be really careful about, is being specific about knowing what places you can and cannot go. There is one place in Florida I definitely know about. You cannot carry in the savannas. It's called the Savannah State Nature Preserve. It's right here. It runs from Fort Pierce and it runs all the way to Jensen Beach. And inside the park itself, you cannot open carry. So stay away from that place. I'm talking to a state representative. When I become the state representative, I'll go ahead and get rid of that. That'll probably be one of the first things I want to try to not get rid of, but just say, hey, we're going to treat the savannah just like any other park. Then the second half is going to be the Army Corps of Engineers, kind of federal property type of thing like that. I just recently found out that the St. Lucie Locks here in Stuart, Florida, is part of the Army Corps of Engineers. I thought it was just another place I could go fishing, and I guess it is protected or it's under federal law or whatever, and there is no open carry on that property. So if you know that the place is maybe possibly managed by the Florida or Army Corps of Engineers, I would probably say stay away from it, open carrying wise. If they don't know, it's not going to hurt them. Just don't go announcing it, I guess. But we're going to get back over here. I'm going to look at some of y'all who's hanging out. We've got Anthony Gonzalez. We've got Brett Bowden. We've got Angel. What's up, Angel? How you doing, brother? I don't rule, man. I'm just a normal guy, just like you, man. Just trying to make a difference in the world. Yeah, Representative Yacker. I was going to go for that, man. Solo Yacker. That's what you guys know me by, and that's who I want to represent. I represent myself in the Pro 2A community and everything about it. I got Eric Ford here. It's a beautiful day in North Florida, he says. Yeah. Thank you very much, Eric. Yeah, I'm stoked. I got a brand new baby, and she's awesome. I'm going to keep this video real short, too. I've got a little doctor's appointment for the baby and all that good stuff. We got Sean Thousand here. Thank you for joining. He's from Lee County. The Black Powder. What's up, bro? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Once again, I want you to be protected. I definitely know you're going to get attention. Just like anybody that goes out in open carries, we draw attention sometimes. Sometimes it's positive attention, but the law enforcement doesn't always understand that half. So, and that's why I say just know that what you are doing is lawful. I just want you to stay protected. So make sure you have somebody that is willing to fight for you legally. So if you haven't reached out to any lawyers, reach out to a couple. Just let them know that, hey, this is what I plan on doing, and hopefully that they're going to stand behind you. But the second half of this, for those that are watching right now, at the end of the year, right around Christmas time, I plan on raffling off a Smith & Wesson. It's probably I'm going to talk to the place I'm buying it from to see if I can offer you the 9mm or the 40 or the 45, because the price is all the same, and I want to offer you what firearm you're actually comfortable with. If you're comfortable with the 9, shoot the 9. If you want the 45, get the 45. I plan on buying the firearm. Whoever does win the firearm, it's going to be a raffle. It's going to be a randomized drawing. I basically take anybody's name, put it in a randomizer. I randomize it. First person that pops up, just in the state of Florida, it could be anywhere, long as you can accept firearms. If your state does not accept firearms, don't sign up for this raffle, because if I can't send it to you, it's just coming back to me, and then I'm going to end up with a firearm, and then that defeats the purpose. So understand that I am going to be giving away a firearm. The main rules, the 3 main rules are going to be, first, obviously, you're going to be subscribing to my channel. You're going to be sharing it, and then you're also going to be shooting me an email that December 20th, I'm going to have the randomizing drawing, and then from there, I'm going to be sending out the firearm. So real simple. It's free. All you have to do is tell your friends, get everybody to come out here, come to my channel, help support my channel, let's get this message out here about our Second Amendment rights, because that's what I'm really trying to promote, is our Second Amendment and how to protect our rights, and not just here in Florida, but throughout the United States. And I've noticed that if you give a lot of free stuff away, or you're giving stuff away, people are interested in trying to help out and do something, especially when they're getting something in return. So tell all your friends. Don't forget, hit that like, that share, and that subscribe. But the key one here for the drawing is going to be subscribing. I'm going to put an email address that you can send to me, or send me your email address and all that good stuff. You can probably try to send it as many times, but the randomizer I have, once you send me one email, it's not going to allow me to give you another one. So understand that you're only going to be able to send me one email, or I don't know, send me as many emails as you want, but if it's the same one, you're only going to get put in it once. James Madison, what up? What up? How you doing? All right. Let's see. We got Anthony Gonzalez says anti-gun laws are treasonous, and a lot of these politicians don't understand that either. Yeah, let's smash that like button. Yeah, thank you, bud. Thank you, Mr. Madison. Yeah, I can't believe I'm a dad, man. That's unreal. And if you didn't hear, man, I'm giving away a firearm. It's going to be a Smith & Wesson. It's probably going to be, I know the one that I'm looking at is right around $300, $350, but I can get the 9mm, I can get the 45, and I can get the 40, all in the same caliber, all at the same price range. And so I want, as soon as I'm done posting this, get this video out there and let people know that I'm giving away a firearm. It's to really help promote gun rights. We're really trying to let people know out there that the gun community does not want you to trample on our rights anymore. We're not going to take it. We're not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it. And we're all going to fight. And we're going to continue to fight. And at the end of the day, you cannot strip the Constitution away from the American people. So let's all stand up together. Yeah, Rambo Rob's had a rainy day at work. Yeah, Eric Ford has 10 people he wants to go on the next fishing expedition. So let's get our schedules together and let's get all that together, bro. Yeah, Clash with Boa live stream a few months ago. Yeah, I appreciate it. Anthony Gonzalez, I appreciate that. Catching bass, huh, Rambo Rob? At least you're catching fish, man. I've seen nothing but the inside of a friggin' hospital room and the inside of my house for the last few days. But then again, I have a baby, so I get it. I'm happy about it. But we are giving away a firearm to help promote gun rights, help promote my channel, help promote open carry rights here in Florida. As long as you can subscribe to the channel, and like I said, I'm going to put a email address below. So you guys can send me your email addresses so that I can put your email address into this randomizer so that you have a great opportunity of getting a firearm, and a good firearm. You know, at first I was going to get the Taurus. I was going to go Taurus, the Gen 2, and it was just going to be the 9. But I saw a great price on, you know, the 940 and 45 in the Smith & Wesson. So, and I'm not trying to give you all the information because once again, I haven't bought the firearm. I've already been talking with them, and they're perfectly okay with working with me about, you know, the transfer of the firearm. So that's what my goal is to be able to give you a firearm you're comfortable with, not something that I just want to get and give away. I want something that you're comfortable with. So whether it's a 40, whether it's a 45, whether it's the 9, that's going to be the choices. It's only going to come in probably black. So don't start asking for weird colors, and don't ask for extra special mags. I'm buying the firearm as is. It comes, I believe, with 2 extra mags. It comes with 2 mags, the firearm, a lock, instruction manuals, you know, plain simple, a nice hard case to store it in. And as much as I would love to keep it, it's not about me. It's about really trying to help promote gun rights, and the more people that watch our channel, or watch my channel and watch others, we can help everybody understand that we're not gonna go away, and we're not gonna let people really infringe on our rights anymore. All Day Fishing JR 407. He likes. He said, like your video. One question. I open carry and start. Yes, you absolutely can 100% carry in state parks. The one state park that I would stay clear of it's called the Savannas. It's down here. It runs from Fort Pierce all the way to Jensen Beach, and it's a pretty long stretch of nature preserve. But it's the only state park that I know of that you're not allowed to carry in. Not even concealed, not even open carry while you're fishing, none of that. So that's the one place I would stay clear of. Federal lands, if you know a place that's like ran by the Army Corps of Engineers, I would steer clear of that one as well. That one's probably going to be an off limits for most everybody. I just found that out recently. I was fishing there, and I'm glad the police didn't show up, because after I did some research after that, I learned that I can't be there. Yeah, no worries. As much knowledge as I have, if I don't have the answers all day fishing, I will find the answers for you. I try to do my best. I am very busy, and anytime that most people have a legitimate question, not just you ask questions on any one of my videos, and I actually see them. Sometimes I don't see all the comments, but I see most of them. And if you have a legitimate question, I do my best to try to find the answer, to get you the answer so that you know. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to see you get arrested or messed with to a point where you don't feel safe carrying. And that's not what we're about. We want you to feel safe and carry however you want to carry. Oh, and that's another part about the 790. You know, we talked about 790.053, which is the open carry statute, and 790.06, which is the concealed statute. You can open carry and you can conceal carry under that same statute. You can choose through Florida carry, and from what I open carried mainly because under the law, it is a misdemeanor to open carry, but it becomes a felony to conceal carry. And I felt better open carrying, knowing it was a misdemeanor, over concealing carry, because at the end of the day, I still don't want to get arrested and then have to go through the court process, because at the same time, they're going to arrest me, and they're going to arrest me for a felony. under that statute because they don't, because they may not know that law or understand it. They're gonna say, all right, well, he was concealed carrying, and that's a felony if he doesn't have a concealed weapons license, which I actually do. But if you don't have a concealed weapons license and you're concealing while you're fishing, hunting, and camping, it is lawful. But my concern would be is being arrested, having that felony put on your record, and then having to go through the court process to get it either, thrown out or whatever. And that's why I say open carry is a much better route, because once again, it's still just a misdemeanor compared to the felony if they were to try to arrest me or anything like that. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's all those places, Blue Springs, you name, it doesn't matter. State parks are state parks. If they actually have issues with it, I would always suggest reaching out to either their to FWC, reaching out to their state park, making sure they understand it before you show up. Not to say that you have to tell them who you are. Just see if they actually know the law, and if they don't know the law, carry the law. Carry it with you. Carry a little printout, or just have it like a screenshot of the 790 statute. That way you have something to show somebody, whether they want to listen or not. At least you have it. You tried. At the end of the day, you are protected under the law. 790.25, Section 3, subsection H. Completely lawful going to and from such an expedition, fishing, hunting, and camping. So, but it's always because it seems that even for me, I have to prove to the police that it's lawful, which makes no sense, where they've kind of taken their classes and learned the law, or at least most of the gun laws and other laws. It's always better to have something than have nothing. Because if you're just going to try to, unless you can recite that law by heart, then you're good to go. If they don't understand it, get a supervisor. That's the one thing I've learned, is getting somebody that is actually more knowledgeable than the average officer. Because usually your average officer that's going to be pulling you over is just, it's not that they're ignorant, it's just that they're not so well versed at the beginning of their career compared to the supervisor that probably has 10 to 12 to 15 to 20 years of knowing the law. And that's where I would always say, reach out to a supervisor, and document, have a camera going. If those state officials or that state park person comes up and says, "Oh, this isn't legal," and you're recording the encounter, and you're like, "No, it is," and you're trying to help them go through it, and they don't want to listen, this is all documentation that you'll have just in case something does go bad. So always document and have some kind of way to help show them that there's a law that you can follow. All right. Rich White, what's up? How you doing? We're talking about just a little bit of a remix on the 790.25 Section 3 subsection H. But I'm also giving away a Smith & Wesson. It's going to be, you can choose your caliber. It'll be either the 9, the 40, or the 45. And all you got to do is you got to subscribe to the channel. You're going to type in something in the comments to where it says Pro 2A. And then you're going to shoot me an email with your email address so that I can put you into the raffle drawing. And it's going to be a randomized drawing that I have a randomizer. And once again, I'll just type in all those names, put you into a randomizer, hit the button, let it randomize, and whoever wins the firearm, I'll get back in touch with you, email you. I will send that firearm, your choice, through an FFL, just so that I know that you're lawful to own the firearm. The firearm is lawful to be sent to your state if you're out of state of Florida. And then I just got to make sure that you're lawful. That's all I care about. And just to help promote 2A. That's all we want to do right now, is we want to promote gun rights, and we want to promote to people that you can just unconstitutionally strip people of their rights. If you want to strip people of their rights, there are people that are willing to fight, and we're not talking physical fight. We're talking the fight where, whether it be me or some other politician getting into office and making sure that we don't allow others to infringe on our rights. But yeah, today's a friggin' hot one. I'm dressed, I got jean pants on and this friggin' button-up shirt I never wear. And I am hot today, sweating. But I am very excited to be running for a politician. I'm very excited to be running for state representative. I'm very excited for every one of you to tell all your friends about maybe possibly winning a firearm around Christmas time. Hit that like, share, and that subscribe. I am going to be on here for about 8 or 9 more minutes. Anthony Gonzalez says, what constitutes unlawful? Well, here in Florida, I'm not sure if you're here, but they've got 50 anti-gun bills, and some of them stem from specifically the AR-15, high-capacity magazines, what kind of ammo, transfer of firearms, whether it be from me to my best friend. Same principle that I'm trying to do right now is that I'm trying to raffle off a firearm and send it through an FFL. Is that unlawful? Is that unconstitutional for me to allow people to support something and win something for free? Is that unconstitutional? Because if they pass these laws, what I am trying to do becomes unlawful. I would become a felon by doing it. So if that's the case, is that unconstitutional? Even for me, if I was to transfer a firearm from me to my best friend, because we're not blood related in one of their laws, HR 8, that would actually make me a felon. And why is the government able to tell me who I can and cannot transfer a firearm to if I believe or I know they are not able to own a firearm? I'm not just willy-nilly saying, oh, I'm going to go give somebody a firearm. No, that's why I'm transferring this firearm through an FFL. That way I know whoever receives it on the back end is lawful. Rich White says, we're lucky it's cool and rainy here in West Virginia. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit more rainy or just a little bit more wind. Today is very stagnant. Rich White says, unlawful changes from state to state for sure. I live on the border of West Virginia and Maryland, and if I travel 3 miles north where I'm now, I would be a felon for carrying a Smith & Wesson Shield 380 easy. And and once again, for anybody that's listening, if you cannot accept firearms because of a magazine, because once again, I'm buying a firearm that it's going to come with, I believe it's even the 45, I think it's still 10 rounds, 12 rounds, somewhere around 10, 11 rounds, or 10 plus 1. That would almost, for some states, that would almost be illegal. I know the 9 comes in like 13 plus 1. So, there's no way, I'm not going to go and spend money into a firearm that I've already spent money into to change over. So if you've got really strict gun laws, it's not that I don't want you to subscribe. It's just going to be more difficult for me to transfer that firearm to you. So it's not that I don't want you to be part of this, but it's going to be a lot harder for me to transfer it to your state. If you're from Illinois, I want you to be part of it, but it's hard. California is going to be a tough one. New York's going to be really tough. So if you're from states that make it very tough for me to transfer a firearm to that state through an FFL, it's not that I don't want you to subscribe, but it's going to be hard for you to be part of this raffle if it's going to be that much harder for me to transfer that firearm to you. So just remember that. Yeah, Eric Ford says every Democrat running for president is calling for gun confiscation. Yeah, and I want to say there's like at least 11. There's like 11 or 12 Democrats trying to run for the primaries to get on that ballot, and more power to them, because If they're going to get themselves spread out, they should just come up with one really good candidate to run. But they're all looking pretty bad. Yeah, the FFL, it's mainly because through social media, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who's on the back end of that. I mean, it could be a drug dealer watching my channel saying, "Hey, I get the chance to win a 45, and I've got 10 felons or 10 felonies, and I don't need to be anywhere near a gun," and they try to get the firearm. To purchase a firearm through your gun store, I understand it because that's what the government requires. For me as a citizen to transfer a firearm from me to a family member or anything like that, I don't need the government's permission. And they're trying to pass bills like that. They're called universal background checks. That doesn't affect the criminal because the criminal is still going to transfer his firearms no matter what. He doesn't care. Oh, this guy's got $300. I got this gun. I'm going to sell it to him for the $300. I don't care if he's a felon. He just wants the $300. He wants the money. And once again, for me to transfer it, it's going to cost you on the back end maybe $30, $40, $50. I'm not sure what your dealer does. He may do it for nothing. He may be your best friend, and he's just like, all right, I'll sign off on the FFL, and it goes through, and you're all good. As long as he's a licensed dealer, I got no issues with it. All right, Rambo Rob, I'll see you, brother. All right, good. Mr. Rast, he can manage the Illinois factor, brother. That cool. Like I said, I don't know all the gun laws throughout each state. I just know that some are more stricter than others. And that's why I say if you know that it may be an issue for the firearm to be transferred to your state, it's not that I don't want to have you subscribe and all that good stuff. I just want to be able to give you a firearm, and if, once again, if it comes back to me, I'm going to end up with a firearm. Alex, I hope it is a Floridian winner, but at the end of the day, it's about promoting gun rights, and every state is we're all about gun rights in the United States. It's not about just one state. I want to give it. It'd be awesome whoever wins it, but once again, if it's somebody from Florida, I mean, even for me to drive it to them and transfer it that way, it'd be awesome to meet them and shake their hand and say congratulations and all that good stuff. So if when through the emails and all that good stuff, if I find out about if you're from Florida and I have a chance to drive it to you, I can drive it to you. So we'll go that route if we have to. All right, red flag laws. My brother-in-law did guys in Florida or something that 10 years ago, and yeah, red flag laws are a bunch of crap because they're extremely scary, and they're just extremely scary because anybody can pretty much do it to you. I'm not even safe. Nobody's really safe. If somebody really thinks you're a harm to yourself or others or anything like that, and I've been in the news media in West Palm, I want to say at least 7 or 8 times now over the last month. I mean, they keep posting stuff. They just recently sent a letter to the president of the Senate. I'm probably going to have to put some of those links in. But there's a lot of stuff going out there. They're really trying to eliminate the 790.25 statute as well, which really, I don't know. At this point, legislation is pretty done. There probably will be no more gun bills until next year, till 2020. So that's where I'm gonna hopefully come in handy, where I can fight against most of that. They'll try to pass anti-gun bills. I'm just gonna keep pushing pro-gun bills, and we'll go back and forth, and hopefully that me being there will get other people that were pro-gun back to the pro-gun side, so that they have somebody else that is going to support them in their mission as a pro-gun politician. So, but the red flag law is very scary for everybody. If you're not scared about red flag laws, Yeah, good. Mr. Rascaras, the FOID, the license to own and possess even one round of ammo, such less a gun, has been admitted by a state court here to he unconstitutional. The gun control regime is falling apart in Illinois, and that's good to hear. That means the people are actually starting to fight and stand up, and hopefully you guys are getting some politicians that are really pro gun, and they're going to start pushing their pro gun agenda, and then slowly you'll get, hopefully everybody gets their rights back, or at least be able to protect themselves in their home. Because from what I've heard, it's very hard to even get a firearm, and then if they go across state lines and try to bring it back and get caught with it, I mean, I hear you go to jail for like years. Law enforcement, 2A Fishing says law enforcement and police need to be punished for enforcing unconstitutional laws. We need Missouri bills. I think we just need constitutional carry. I mean, or whatever. We don't need the government. The government is not needed to help us know what to carry and how to carry. Before our time, before your dad's time, before his time and their time, people were carrying firearms and they were carrying them around lawfully. It's only until recently when we've started to notice some parts of the mental illness start to fail, and when mentally ill people have been getting firearms, have been creating more havoc on the gun community, because they're making those criminals, those murderers, are making it seem like everybody that owns a gun is like that person, and that's so far from the truth. And you know, we have, as law-abiding citizens, as responsible gun owners, I can say I've never hurt anybody with a firearm. I have no intentions to hurt anybody. I just want to be able to protect my family. I want to stand up against tyrannical government, which I'm not saying they're all the way there, but they're slowly going that way. And I want to know that I want to be ready if that day comes, because I know that there's millions of us gun owners that would definitely stand up to the government if that day ever came. And I would totally be part of it, and I would fight. You know, and it may cost people their lives, but that's what happened. That's what happened when we stood up against the British. We had thousands, and probably I'd definitely say thousands of people die fighting for this country to become free from a tyrannical government. And I believe that even today, there's millions that would stand up against the tyrannical government. Staying positive, and don't be tolerant. Try to understand where they're coming from, even though that it's hard to understand. But we all understand that we don't want death from a firearm, but we also want to keep our rights protected, and they're slowly infringing on those. Anthony Gonzalez says pro-liberty followed by pro-gun, pro-private property, pro-private property rights, pro-personal rights, to do your own body as you see fit. And I agree, and that's half of what I want to really, that's what I'm promoting as a politician, is I want you to be free. I want government to step in when it's necessary. And right now, the government has stepped into, they're overreaching right now. They're stepping into so many aspects of all of our lives, whether it be healthcare, whether it be pro-life, whether it be pro-Second Amendment, whether it's, they're encroaching on so many rights that's why I'm nervous as all can be, that we are going down a road that if we go down that road, we may not be able to get back from. And that's why I'm standing up, is I don't want that. I want you to know, the people to know, that I'm here as your ear. I'm the mouth for you. I'm going to say everything that you want me to say, and to make sure that our rights don't get taken away or infringed on anymore, because too many of these politicians have gone down that road where they stop listening to the people, and they're listening to the Bloombergs, they're listening to the Hillarys, they're listening to all the people that want government control. So we need to get away from all of that. Yeah, it's been around since the 1800s. I want to say there's like 20,000 already or there's already 20,000 gun control bills already that are on the books. I mean, how many more do we need? Well, adding this one, what's that going to do to the criminal? And that's why I say we need to start doing more to making the criminal realize that if they own firearms and they are not allowed to own firearms, that there are going to be stiffer penalties for that. And that's going to be part of what I'm promoting is I want criminals that do not or should not have firearms to be penalized, and they should be incarcerated for minimums instead of saying, oh, it could be 1 year, it could be 5 years. We're going to just make it a stiffer penalty across the board for everybody that should not have a firearm. If you are mentally not stable and shouldn't have a firearm, and you get caught with that firearm, then there's going to be a stiffer penalty because you are unlawfully owning a firearm. That's a gun control bill. That makes the criminal realize that if they get caught, maybe they're going to realize that they don't want to get caught and they won't be carrying firearms instead of the law-abiding citizen. Instead of the law-abiding citizen getting shot and killed because of red flag laws and because of their anti-gun agenda, maybe we start focusing on the criminals. Yeah, they're going to continue. Rich White, they're always going to push those anti-gun bills, but it's up to us, the people, to fight against it. Yeah, Anthony Gonzalez says red, yellow, black, white, purple, you name the color, it doesn't matter. LGBTQ. All right, babe. LGBTQ, any community, all gun rights are all human rights. They're not. It's not a gender. It's not a anything. It's everybody. But hey guys, I gotta get going. I've got a doctor's appointment with my little baby. I gotta make sure she's all good. She's doing well, but there's always the follow-ups. But I'm gonna let you know about this giveaway that we're having. Definitely let your friends know. I'm gonna get this loaded up. Share this video. Let your friends know. Tell them to subscribe. When I get that email address put in the link below after this, tell them to shoot me an email. That way I have their email. I can put that email into a randomizer. That way they have a chance to win a Smith & Wesson. It's going to be in 9mm, 40, or 45. It's going to be your choice which one you would like if you win. And from there, I'm going to send it to an FFL. You'll sign off on it. Once you sign off on it, it's your firearm. So don't forget, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Most important, that subscribe. Tell your friends. Get this out there. Share it to death. Let's support 2A. And I thank all of you. And yeah, I appreciate all you. I thank you very much. Yeah, shoot me an email. And no pun intended. Haha. I'll see you guys later. Solely accurate. Dude.